Sam. He dope as shit.
Yeah.
He is a cool dude.
Let me explain, if you're really in the game, then they might say your name in the Hall of Fame.
We talked earlier in the show about Cam Newton and the Patriots back together for a second year. When Cam signed there last year, there were a lot of people wondered how his personality might mesh with that of Coach Bill Belichick, but everything we heard last year from both of them was super positive, and they are still singing that same song ahead of year two.
I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry, straightforward. Dollar Bill is a person he's a straight shooter. His expectations are what they are, and they're not unrealistic achievement that, everybody would expect. It's all about preparation. It's all about, doing the things that you are capable of doing and holding yourself up to that standard each and every day, each and every practice, each and every meeting. And that's all you can ask from a head coach.
Which is great, but not everyone's experience is the same. Former Patriot Cassius Marsh had a much different experience in New England, recently saying, quote, "The Patriot way is extremely impressive. Their work ethic over there, what they instill, is pretty legendary. But they also treat players like crap. You don't have a lunch period. You get there and you have to make time to eat in between meetings. I would literally go scoop food and put it in a cup and crush it real quick before I got to the next meeting. There's no fun." Keyshawn, I know you worked so hard and so much that sometimes you have to cram food in between shows. What are your thoughts on what Cassius Marsh had to say?
Dan, look, this is what I would say. I don't know the Patriot way. I only know the way that the tree that Bill Belichick came from. That's the Bill Parcells tree. And he ain't too far removed from that. And I would never say that I was treated like crap by Bill Parcells and anybody that was in Bill Parcells' system. Look, man, here's what it boils down to. If you not good, you gonna complain. If you not Willie McGinnis, Tom Brady, Teddy Bruschi, Troy Brown, Gronkowski, I can just go on and on about all the ones that was winning that was good with the Patriots. You don't hear them complaining. You don't hear Rodney Harrison saying that he couldn't eat. So this sort of stuff is always players that are no longer with teams, that didn't have success. If you good, you ain't got no problem. Every player is treated differently. When you say you was treated like crap, what does that mean, Marcus? Does that mean that you had to go to bed at 6 o'clock? Does that mean that you ran gassers after gassers after gassers for no reason at all, that they walked through the hallways and didn't speak to you? That you couldn't park in the players' parking lot, that you had to somehow park down the street? Like, what are you talking about? It's professional football. What are they supposed to do? Carry your hand? I don't get it, man. Success, that's all I know. Whatever they doing is successful, and Cam Newton doesn't have a problem with it.
Key, I'm with you, man. Listen, bro, this whole thing right here is the age-old conundrum in football, because every player on every team, good, bad, indifferent, guys that don't play, have a different experience or how they interpret their experience. I played for Bill Parcells as well as Key. Me and Key played with Dallas together. I played with Nick Saban in college for those guys. Yeah, they can be rude, they can curse, they can do all of that. All you gotta do is handle your business and they will respect you. And snap back at times and they will respect you. That was the one thing I had to learn with Bill Parcells when I was in the league, because I hated him, couldn't stand him my first year in the league. But we grew a rapport because he knew I wasn't gonna be a doormat, and eventually I started playing to the level that he thought I should be playing at. These things always manifest with guys, to Key's point, that don't really hit the height or don't get the experience that they had in their mind of what it should have been. So yeah, I'm sure it's more guys than Cassius Marsh that thinks that Bill Belichick and the Patriot way sucks. But to Key's point, and all of those guys that he mentioned, it works. He got a hell of a lot of Super Bowls. It's a lot of players. It's a lot of players that had a lot of success. Go ahead, Key.
When you talk about me in a certain way, when I inherited Bill Parcells, when he came over from the New England Patriots to the New York Jets, Adam, and you remember this, I was about 225 pounds after my rookie season. And when he came in, he said, "Where was that guy at that played in the Rose Bowl? What was his weight?" I said I was about 208 to 210. I came in at 207. And guess what? I'm one of his favorite players of all time. We ain't never had an issue. I wrote a book. He ran Sal Paolantonio out of the building because Sal asked about the book. Think about it, though, Adam. I did everything he asked me to do. He will jump on a grenade for me right now. So come on, man, stop.
Yeah, I think the Patriots'
see,
record of success. The Patriots' record of success speaks for itself. I think that's all we have to say.
I think getting down from 225 to 207, Keyshawn must have been skipping some of those meals in the cafeteria back then. One more thing, we have a report out of Tampa about Tom Brady. Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times reporting that Tom Brady led the Bucs to Super Bowl 55 despite an MCL tear. Played last season with a torn MCL in his knee. The legend of Tom Brady just grows. Do we have any thoughts on Brady playing with torn ligaments?
Hey.
Kudos to the man.
Kudos to him. Hey, what can you say? Just one more thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
Just add it to the legacy, add it to all of the things that's already on the list, and we know damn well that defense led them to a Super Bowl.
So can he do it again now that the MCL's been repaired?
And you know, it's interesting. I said to the Buccaneers a couple of months ago, how come Tom Brady was never on the injury report all year despite playing with a knee injury? And they said because he never said a single thing about it, never missed practice, never complained about it, never told them that he had a torn MCL. So he might have had the torn MCL. I don't even know that they were aware of it, and he certainly didn't miss any practice time because of it.
Yeah, if you don't miss any practice reps, you don't need to be on the injury report.
This is a lesson to all of the young whippersnappers out there at quarterback. If you, at some point, you got to become non-athletic and operate from the pocket to have longevity in this league. That's what this really is saying.
That's true. Maybe Brady didn't need his MCL the way some of the more mobile quarterbacks
don't need him.
We do know that he probably found time.
He ain't getting rid of nobody.
He probably found time for lunch that wasn't out of a cup while he was in New England. And I hope the same for you three guys, that you make time to eat and nourish yourselves, because we are back tomorrow on NFL Live. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great night.
I hope you find time while you're on that Peloton, Dan Graziano.